his hands trembling slightly as he lifted his coffee. The faded Marine Corps cap on his head told a story most people overlooked, but not everyone.
It was a chilly afternoon, the kind that made the windows fog up and the coffee taste even better. Earl Jenkins, 81 years old, came here every Friday like clockwork. Same booth, same order, black coffee and apple pie. It was his quiet ritual since his wife passed away 5 years ago. But that day wasn't quiet. A group of young men burst through the door, loud, laughing, rough around the edges. They took the booth behind him, their voices echoing through the diner. One of them, a tall guy with tattoos creeping up his neck, noticed Earl's old cap.
"Marine, huh?" he sneered. "Guess that didn't help you much in life, old man. Still eating pie alone." Earl didn't respond. He'd seen worse. He'd heard worse. But when the thug got up, swaggered to his table, and slapped the cap off his head, the diner went dead silent. The waitress gasped. Someone whispered, "What the hell?" But no one moved. Earl looked up slowly, his eyes calm, deep, and unshaken. "Young man," he said softly, "I fought so you could live free enough to act like a fool. Don't waste it." The thug smirked. "You talk too much." And before anyone could react, he slapped the old veteran across the face. The sound cracked through the diner. Earl's glasses slid down his nose, and his coffee spilled. That's when the bell over the door jingled again. A man stepped in, tall, broad-shouldered, with a leather jacket embroidered with a skull and wings. The patch read Hell's Angels, San Bernardino chapter. Every head turned. The man froze when he saw Earl, his father. "Dad?" The thug looked confused. "Wait, that's your old man."
The biker's jaw clenched. His hands turned into fists. The room held its breath. He took one step forward, then another, until he stood inches from the thug.
"You just hit a Marine veteran," he said in a low, calm tone. "My father. The man who raised me when no one else would."
The thug tried to laugh it off. "Hey, man, I didn't know." But before he could finish, the sound of engines rumbled outside. The biker looked over his shoulder as 6 more men in matching jackets walked in, big, bearded, silent. The Hell's Angels. The thug's face went pale. The leader, Earl's son, didn't touch him. He didn't have to. He leaned close and whispered, "Apologize." The thug stammered, I'm sorry, sir. I didn't know." Earl nodded slowly, still calm. "It's all right, son. You do now." The biker turned to his father. "You okay, Dad?" Earl smiled faintly. "Takes more than that to rattle an old Marine." The son put a hand on his father's shoulder, gently, a tenderness that contrasted sharply with the intimidating men around him. "Then let's finish that pie together." The diner's tension broke. The waitress brought another slice, on the house. People smiled, whispered, and even clapped softly. As the angels took their seats around the old man, the thug quietly slipped out the door, shaking. No one in Miller's diner forgot that afternoon, not because of the violence that almost happened, but because of what didn't. Sometimes strength isn't about fighting back. It's about standing tall, and knowing who stands behind you.